So guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are staying safe. So guys, Canelo Alvarez admits his dislike towards Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant said that, he's going to teach Canelo a lesson. Um, and Canelo Alvarez saying that, he hasn't felt animosity towards any opponent like this before. Canelo's angry. Guys, before I get into this video, guys, you need to make sure you smash the like button. As always, I put up 2 other videos today. If you can go and smash the like button, I really appreciate it. If you can smash the like button on all the videos I put up, it really helps the channel. It really helps the algorithm. It really helps me get out there. So please, I put up a Chris Eubank Golovkin video and a Dillian White one. And I put up a Anthony Joshua potentially joining Team Canelo and Team Charlo. So if you can watch those videos and you can smash the like button, I'd really appreciate it. And if you're new to the channel, if you can subscribe, share the videos, I'd really appreciate it. But yeah, let's get into this video. So Canelo Alvarez is admitting that he is basically, Caleb Plant's got under his skin. And Canelo Alvarez hasn't felt animosity like this before. Canelo Alvarez wants to beat up Caleb Plant. There's animosity there. So even with Billy Joe Saunders, I felt like got under his skin, but Canelo never really, I don't really think Canelo really looked at that and really had animosity with Saunders. I know there was stuff about the ring and the size, but I don't really think Canelo was that. He knew about Saunders before, and he kind of knew that's the guy's style. But I don't think he was wound up too much by Saunders. I don't think he had that animosity with Saunders. I think with Plant's got personal. Plant said a few things. I didn't, when I looked at Plant's character, I didn't really think Plant was like that. I didn't think Plant was the type of guy to get into your face, trying to get under your skin. Plant, for me, is, I don't know, maybe, for me, he's out of character. I don't think Plant's like that. Saunders is the type of guy to get under your skin. He's not coming for the ride. He's that type of guy, where Plant is really trying to show that, he's not here to make up the numbers. He's really trying to get under Canelo's skin. He's really fired up, and he's letting Canelo know. He's letting Canelo know he's not afraid at the press conference, not like, oh, I'm sitting with a big star and Canelo's this, that, and the other. He's letting Canelo Alvarez know. He called him a cheat. He said all these things, all these things that he said about him, getting under his skin, calling out his trainer. Caleb Plant is really, really heating things up. He's really trying to get, under Canelo's skin. And does he feel that this is gonna get a reaction? Well, he has got a reaction from Canelo, but does he feel that? That's, he wants Canelo to fight angry, he wants Canelo to lose his head? That's obviously the game plan, trying to get under Canelo's skin. That's what I think Caleb Plant's trying to do. He's trying to play mind games with Canelo, and it's worked, because it's worked to an extent, not necessarily in the ring, but it's worked in the sense that Canelo's openly saying that I've never felt any kind of animosity towards an opponent before. So basically, he's telling you that, yeah, I don't like this guy. I don't like this guy, and I want to knock him out. Canelo doesn't like Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant has got under his skin. But this is where the tough business starts for Caleb Plant, is actually going inside that ring and showing it and doing it. Because there's one thing getting under Canelo's skin. The bad thing for Caleb Plant is, yeah, he's done his job. He's got under Canelo's skin. I only think that's going to make things worse. Because I think Canelo's the type of fighter, when he's angry, he's going to fight even better. Because Canelo's already a very patient, very, very patient fighter. I just think that's going to make him more aggressive in an educated way. I think he's going to be more sharp. I think his defense is going to be on point. I think he's going to be more aggressive, more explosive. Canelo's technically already a good fighter. And I just think that's going to make things even more. I think it makes the situation more dangerous for Caleb Plant. This fight comes down to me how well Caleb takes a punch. If Caleb can absorb Canelo's punch, right, which is questionable. If Caleb Plant can absorb Canelo's punch power, he can take Canelo's power, he can absorb it, then we may be in for a fight. And not just that, push Canelo back, because Caleb's a big guy. He's a big guy. He's a strong, well-built guy. So it's going to be interesting to see how he feels. Like, can he physically impose himself on Canelo? I doubt it, and I don't think so. He's going to have to if he wants to win the fight, because there's going to be times where he's going to have to stand and trade with Canelo. He's going to stand and trade in the sense, I don't think he can just box and move. I think Canelo's improved his game too much for you to just be able to box and move and outbox him for 12 rounds. That's very difficult to do against Canelo. Like, Lara was a very skilled fighter. He couldn't do it in the sense that the fight was very close. And if the fight's close, we all know that Canelo will most likely get the decision. Caleb Plant's going to have to box a very, very superb. He's going to have to have a great performance where, you know, he outclasses Canelo. And I just don't think you can do that. He is, however, Canelo is fighting on a PBC show. So let's see, man. Let's see. I don't really want to get into the judging. Let's just hope it's a fair fight and the winner wins. The winner gets the decision. Who cares about all the, like, forget all of that. But in terms of the fight itself, Caleb Plant's going to have to, he's going to have to box, move. He's going to have to take a good shot. If he can't take it on the chin of Canelo, then it's going to be trouble. Now, it's hard for me to say whether he can, because Caleb Plant's not really been in the ring with an explosive puncher like Canelo Alvarez. Now, Canelo's not a big one-punch knockout guy at 168. He's not at these higher weight classes. I personally think, though, he's become a very devastating puncher, because against Callum Smith, he hurt Callum Smith to the arm, and then he broke Billy Joe's eye socket. So what that tells me is that the guy's got serious punching power, and he's got respectable power, you know. And especially, like, Billy Joe is a middleweight for me, but Callum Smith was a fully fledged super middleweight, bigger than Caleb Plant, and he really pushed him back, and Callum Smith was respecting Canelo's power. Caleb's not as big as Callum. And also, Caleb can't even punch like Callum Smith. Callum Smith's a bigger puncher. Caleb might be faster. Caleb's obviously faster of hand, faster of feet. He moves better. But how is he going to do that for 12 rounds? How's he going to be able to take Canelo's power to the body? You know, it's going to be difficult, man. It's difficult against Canelo, because Canelo, as soon as he fights a guy that moves, what Canelo does, he starts targeting your body. He starts because he knows throwing a lot of body shots will slow down the opponent. Because Billy Joe, if you look at it, the first round, he came out and he was targeting that body. He was really ripping those body shots in. And that's what he's going to do with Plant, because he knows he's a mover. See, there's certain fighters that you need to get under their skin. They may be a superior boxer than you. Like with Duran and Sugar Ray Leonard, I think there was the animosity in that first fight. And I think it was Duran Leonard. Yeah, you know, there was an animosity there. And Sugar Ray Leonard fought Duran. And Duran beat him. The same way with someone like Khan, for example. Because he didn't have the greatest chin, a lot of fighters tried to get under his skin because they knew, right? Like the Danny Garcia fight was a perfect example. Angel Garcia got into his head and he fought reckless and he ended up getting knocked out. Khan was a far better boxer than Danny Garcia and he should have won that fight. But because of the fact that he came out and he fought recklessly, he ended up getting himself in trouble. And that was because of the fact that he was emotional. He was emotionally attached. Canelo, on the other hand, is emotionally attached, right? to this fight. But there's certain fighters like Canelo, Terence Crawford, when you get under their skin, it makes them fight better. So there are certain fighters that you don't want to get under their skin because it'll make them fight better. It'll make them sharper. It'll make them even better than what they normally are because they want to beat you so bad. Whereas someone like Khan, he doesn't, when he gets angry or when he's emotionally attached, he doesn't use his attributes. He goes away from that and does something that he shouldn't be doing in the ring. And that gets him clipped and caught and potentially knocked out. Whereas someone like Canelo, firstly, he doesn't have as many weaknesses. Secondly, he's going inside that ring to win. He's not going inside that ring to. He wants to, obviously, like with Caleb Plant, I'm pretty sure he wants to knock him out, but he knows he knows the main thing is to win, and that's his aim. So that's why when someone gets under someone like Crawford and Canelo's skin, they want to show you by winning and beating you. So their skills become even sharper now. When Crawford fought Kavaliauskas, he got knocked down. Why? Because Crawford probably didn't have an emotional investment to that fight. Like, he wasn't invested in that fight emotionally like he was in the Benavidez fight. Or even the Kell Brook fight. Even the Khan fight. The reason why, although Khan didn't say anything to Crawford, Crawford was emotionally invested because he knew that was his biggest fight from a profile point of view to date. So Crawford knew he had to put in a performance. The Kell Brook fight, Kell Brook got under his skin. And look at the performance that Crawford put in. If you look at all of the times, Jeff Horn was saying a lot, talking a lot. And Crawford, look at every time that someone's tried to get under Crawford's skin, you know, he's always put in a career best. He's put in an amazing performance. Canelo will be the same because Canelo's that type of fighter as well. By you saying getting under these guys' skin, I only think it's going to make them better. You know, I don't think Canelo's not going to fight recklessly. He's too experienced for that. Hence why I think Caleb Plant's in serious trouble. He wants to knock Caleb Plant out. And that's the fact. Leave your thoughts, guys. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. And guys, remember to please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.